I will now open the public speaking portion of the meeting. Anyone wishing to address City Council may do so at this time.
Good evening, my name is Maria DeRossi, 324 Franklin Street.
Good evening.
Good evening. I just got off a meeting and we were sitting around looking at this previous interview by Stein, in which I thought it was really funny. I thought I was looking at a cartoon show, to be realistic. That's my opinion. But, you know, we're supposed to come together and work with the Board of Education. That's at least what I came to an understanding 2 weeks ago when one of the board members, Mr. Trujillo, said that he wanted to work with everybody, that he was open to come and sit down and listen to the people. Well, the people had a town hall meeting and no board member showed up, only one, Miss Munn. Okay, she would have been the last person I expected to come, you know, seeing that she had her dealings with the law and everything. But it's a shame how we have board members that are saying that they want to work with the public, they want to work with the councilmen, but when it comes down to show up, it's a no show up. So, you know, as a taxpayer, you know, I can't bring my concerns to the board, so we try to work things out for board members to come and meet the community. And it's sad when no board member, and all we heard was excuses and saying that there were threats about tar and feathers, in which none of us knew what that meant. Then we came to investigate that board members have the time to look at NJ.com, where we know that, you know, people just talk a lot of garbage up in there. So nobody takes anything serious. So my comment is, if anybody wants to work with the community, the board members, they should not talk about it, they should show up, because it just leaves a bad taste in all our mouths. You know, knowing that in their QSAC report they have a governance part that one of the parties say that they want to work with the community. Well, I have yet seen any board members working with the community. So next time when I do have when we do have another town hall meeting, I just hope that they find enough courage to show up, because we're the ones that vote them in, and it's our taxpaying money that's paying for the schools also. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Perkins Dusty. Is there anyone else that would like to address the City Council at this time? Again, is there anyone else that would like to address the City Council at this time?
Good evening. Carlos Trujillo, 116 Fulton Street, Great City of Elizabeth.
You have 5 minutes, Mr. Trujillo.
I appreciate that, Mr. President. I'm looking at the agenda here, and I have a great concern with the ability for so many handicap parking spots to be given out on such a regular basis. I'd like to know what the City Council is doing to curtail that, because that is a program that lends itself to fraud. And as you all are aware, parking is a premium in the great city of Elizabeth. With all the development over the last few years, unfortunately, where there was one family, now there are 4 families, and there is no adequate, parking isn't adequate. So I would like to see that, and I would say, especially the Councilman Rolla, who I see there's a couple here in your ward, that you would address that, because that is really a concern for us down in the Elizabethport area. Parking is a premium. But more importantly, is this flyer. This came from the Elizabeth Police Department, and it looks like it was a citywide mailing. I'm hoping that it is what it is, but I'm suspect. I feel that this may be a political act, now that it's campaign season, to spend $100,000 in money recovered from drug dealers, and taking that from the Elizabeth Police Department to put out a glossy book like this, when the Elizabeth Police Department needs equipment or overtime, simply overtime for the police officers, could have been better spent on this. I'm really hoping the City Council didn't condone this. You know, I take it at face value when you tell me you're concerned about the taxes and the fiscal responsibility that the Board of Education has. If you sit around and let this happen, I hope this is the first and the last one. I think the citizens of the city of Elizabeth all know how to call 911. We all know what a great job the police department is doing, and that they're understaffed. I understand the citizens don't feel safe, and perhaps that's what this was, an attempt to make them feel safer, but to let them understand the job the police can do for them. But I don't see any of your pictures in here. You know, I don't see any names in the city council, the elected officials of the city. I only see the mayor. And I think it's suspect in the fact that this year is a campaign year for him, that he's up for re-election, and crime is a problem, that this is sent out $100,000 to went a long way. That's an extra patrol car. That's a lot of things. You know, and it concerns me. It concerns me that you all just sit back and see it and don't say anything about it. You know, I'm welcome to listen to your idea. Perhaps you have a good reason why this went out. But, you know, I remember seeing something like this 4 years ago. So this is repetitive. You know, 4 years ago was nice. This year is bigger. You know, and it's more costly. You know, so I would really like to hear your comments on what this is all about and what this cost. I plan to over the cost of this and come back here and discuss why those monies were appropriated. Why our police officers are out on the street risking their lives, getting this money out of the hands of drug dealers who threaten the citizens of the city with violence. And then you turn around and it's a slap in the face. It's a real slap in the face. The other thing that concerns me is there's several police officers in this...
1 minute, Mr. Pavilion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. There are several police officers that took the time to pose in these photos. Were these police officers on duty? Were they ordered to pose for these pictures while on duty? What's that cost to the taxpayers? You know, that is a concern. If you're not concerned with that, then we have a serious problem in the city of Elizabeth. I think you should all be concerned about that. When police officers are pulled off duty to go and take photo ops of the mayor, I think you all have a problem. That's a fundamental problem in our city. And I know that all of you don't support this. I just wish some of you would have, just have the courage to come and say something. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there anyone else wishing to address City Council at this time? Is there anyone else wishing to address City Council at this time? Seeing none, I close the public speaking portion of the meeting.